Hello everyone and welcome back to the Moto Daily Show on the Motocross Network. It's been a few days since I've done a video. I've been a little busy with random bullcrap, so I'll put 5 stories in just for today's video. I haven't been doing small videos. I know you guys like them as well. I will be doing them more once I get time and get a proper schedule going. I'm trying to adjust with the new format of how I'm doing these things. Anyway, let's get into the story lineup today. We're going to be looking at Hayden Braswell, the HBI Racing Kawasaki rider, his injury that occurred a couple days ago and the surgery that came along with it. We'll then look at one of the most popular freestyle motocross guys in the world, Axell Hodges, and his really gnarly injury. Then we'll look at a couple retirements. Jalek Swoll is possibly retired. And then we're going to look at an MXGP story. Benoit Paturel, the French rider, he retired, announced his retirement yesterday. And finally, we're going to look at Joey Savatgy talking about the Triumph and the 250 for next year. He opened up about that in a short clip, so I'll show you that, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. Before we get into all of that, this video is sponsored by MotoSups. We're working with MotoSups for all of 2024. MotoSups is a premium supplement brand with the sole focus of our sport and the training that comes along with that. One of my favorite products is the chocolate chaga truffles. I just got them the other day. They are little cocoa balls with powerful... If I can zoom it in here. There it is. So they're little cocoa balls. Let it zoom in. They're little cocoa balls with a powerful chaga mushroom mixed into it. For those of you who don't know, chaga is known for fighting inflammation, lowering cholesterol, building your immune system, and even known for slowing cancer growth. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It's a super mushroom. Anyways, head to motosups.co. Use our code TMN20. Get 20% off your order. And let me know what you guys think of these little guys. I'd also like to mention that the end of the year sale is live on the mxnetwork.com, link in the description. My magazines, all the back issues are only $1 right now. The only one that's full price is the most recent issue, and I put a lot of hard work into this one. This is one of my favorite ones I've done so far. So head to the mxnetwork.com, go snag some magazines. Maybe for your kids, your grandkids, Christmas is around the corner. I know when I was in school I had to have a reading count done. You had to read a certain amount of pages or words over break, so if your kids have that as well, go get them a magazine, let them read something they'd enjoy, get some more motocross in their vocabulary. There's nothing better than motocross stories. All right, let's get into the news. So Hayden Braswell, HBI Racing Kawasaki rider, unfortunately got injured and will be out for all of 2024 Supercross. He just announced about a week ago, I think I did a video on it, that he had a full deal for all of 2024 SuperMotocross, so Supercross and Pro Motocross and the final rounds. He had a full deal with them for next year, which I personally thought was amazing for the kid. I talked to him, and I feel he's got a lot of talent, a lot of speed, great athletic ability. There's just one problem. He swapped so many teams throughout 2023. It was probably hard for him to get comfortable and ride where he actually could be. Anyway, the HBI Racing rider posted on Instagram that he will miss all of the Supercross season due to surgery to fix a knee injury. Braswell bounced around a lot in the last 12 months. After winning the 2022 AMA Nicky Hayden Horizon Award at the Monster Energy Amateur National Championship, Loretta Lynn's, he was on a GasGas, but he debuted in Supercross in 2023 with Phoenix Racing Honda in the 250 East region. He said he had no problem with that team. There was just one problem overall. They weren't racing outdoors, which he really wanted to. So he bailed on him, got an awesome fill-in ride deal with Troy Designs, Red Bull GasGas, if you guys remember that. That was pretty cool for him. And he made a lot of progress in the first half of the year. It went from a 3-ride deal to I think it was over half the season he was with him. So that was incredible for Braswell. I was super pumped to see how well he did. He slowly went from like not getting points barely to, I think he got top 10 at one point. So that was pretty awesome to see. Then after he got dropped, as he was just a fill-in rider, once he got dropped from that, HBI Racing Kawasaki signed him for the remainder of the Pro Motocross season and the Super Motocross playoff rounds. Braswell ended up finishing 18th in the 250 East class in Supercross, 15th overall in 250 Motocross, which is, I think, pretty impressive for being on 2 separate teams. That ain't bad. And your rookie season. I mean, come on. And he ended up 17th overall in the 250 Super Motocross playoffs. Braswell did earn the national number 42 for 2024, but we're not going to see that for a while as he's out. So he had a practice crash, and unfortunately destroyed his knee. And he said his only option was to get it done now, so he's going to be prepared for the rest of the season. He said in the post, quote, "Well, as you can tell in these pictures, I'm not in moto gear. After looking at the cards I was dealt, it was obvious to have the knee fixed. I will be missing this upcoming Supercross season in order to rehab and get my body back to firing on all cylinders. Thank you to all my supporters." This really does suck to see. Braswell is truly one of the most overly nice guys I've talked to in the pits. He is unbelievably nice. Like, humble that's not enough to describe him. But he's truly a great guy. I was excited to see him hopefully make progress in 2024 and stay under one canopy. That was going to be good for him. But things happen. Glad to see he just fixed the knee now instead of leaving it screwed up. Some guys do that and then have to fix it, even more damage later. So I'm wishing him a speedy recovery, and hopefully we see him line up in pro motocross this summer. All right, on to our second story of the day. It's a little off topic for what I typically talk about. I kind of focus on motocross only, but prominent, I guess you can call him kind of influencer, freestyle motocross athlete, Axell Hodges. Everyone knows Axell Hodges. He's probably the most prolific guys in freestyle motocross at this point. He's leading the way for everybody. Well, last week he had a nasty crash in the sand dunes. And it wasn't even like him doing crazy stunts or anything. You guys have seen what he does. It wasn't even that. He was just having a basic in his book, ride day in the desert, the sand dunes with his buddies, and I guess he went down pretty hard. Unfortunately, no one got video of it, so we don't know exactly what happened, but we know kind of the storyline of what happened here, so I'll give you that. So last Wednesday, Axell crashed, breaking his femur, and that's not describing it correctly. It wasn't a break. It was like a destruction of his femur. He had to be life flighted out of there due to the severity of the injury. I'll throw up the pictures of his x-ray and the bruising on his leg right now. Upon arrival to the hospital, he had to have surgery immediately because, as you saw, it looked like a bunch of broken Lincoln logs in there, so not good, that's for sure. Fortunately, the surgery went well, all's good, and he gave an update in a post after leaving the hospital. The post reads, quote, "Last Wednesday was just one of those days. I crashed and broke my right femur while riding out in the sand dunes. I'm very thankful to have family and friends by my side while I was down. Also, a special thanks to Tyler Ravel for taking action and helping me out as well. He wasn't even with us, but he came right up, tied up my legs, got me on my back, and he was constantly checking my pulse to make sure I wasn't losing blood. This made me feel so much more at ease knowing that everything was good while waiting for the helicopter. Surgery went good, and now I'm back home resting. This has been a difficult year, but I won't let it break me. I'm going to take this time to heal and get my mind right. I can't wait to come back and have some fun riding dirt bikes again." All I can say after looking at those pictures is, holy. Like, I've seen some broken femurs and stuff in my life, but I've never seen anything like that. That's a really bad break. I wish we had a clip to see what happened, but unfortunately we don't. I'm glad to see he's all right, though. Wishing him a speedy recovery, and it looks like we won't be seeing much of him slaying on the freestyle track anytime soon, but he deserves some time off the bike anyway. He's a busy guy, so let me know what you guys think about that nasty injury. This next story is more of an inquiry than a story, I'd say. So everyone knows Jalek Swoll, former Rockstar Energy Husqvarna rider. He was on there his entire professional career. Like I said, former Rockstar Energy Husqvarna rider. Spent his entire career on the team. And then he was dropped after the season concluded. There's a lot of upcoming kids and stuff, so it wasn't surprising after he didn't really have incredible performances by any means. But it's been rumored for a while now that he would sign with Triumph in 2024, but I'm beginning to become unsure of that. So that rumor began swirling late in the summer. September, a lot of media outlets began pushing that. So it was kind of a common thought in the motocross world that Swoll was going to be a third rider on the Monster Energy Triumph team alongside Evan Ferry and Joey Savatgy. So his contract ended in October, and here we are halfway through December, Christmas, almost January. I mean, Anaheim 1's around the corner, and Jalek hasn't said a thing about it. We haven't heard anything, and not only haven't we heard anything, but it looks like Jalek has picked up a 9-to-5. So I didn't think much of it at the time. I thought he was joking, whatever. I saw someone say, 9-to-5, haha, whatever. But 4 days in a row, he posted, like, quote, "retired life, working 9-to-5. I miss my dirt bike. I miss riding." So I took a screenshot of it before I lost it, and I'll throw that up now. But he keeps saying that, and I'm beginning to think the Triumph deal is off or wasn't real. I mean, if he already got a job and it's almost January and we haven't heard anything, I highly doubt he's going to be on a factory team for pro motocross. I mean, that seems a little bit odd to me. But I did message him. He never got back to me. So this can be two things. Number one, the deal is off and he is truly retired. Or two, he still has a deal. He's just playing the social media game and pretending it's off, pretending he's got a job. Maybe. I don't know either way. I really hope he's not retiring. I hate losing young riders like that. We lost Matt LeBlanc. He retired last year. That sucked to see. So I really hope we're not losing him out of the sport as well. But I'm not quite sure how I feel about it yet. I'm not sure if I think he's playing the game or if he's actually retired. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think he's retired or not? On to our second retirement story of the day, Benoit Paturel. Now, if you aren't familiar, Benoit Paturel is an MXGP rider. He raced for Bates Yamaha MXGP. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. We'll use that. He's been racing MXGP since 2017. Although his performances weren't mind-blowing, he's still a pretty good athlete. In his 2017 MX2 season, he finished 5th overall, which is phenomenal. And 2023, his MXGP season, he had a career best of 12th overall in the championship. That's not too bad at all. I mean, he's simply a mid-pack guy who's just enough off pace compared to the Prados and Fevres of the world, where he can't make it to like the top 5 group. He's just a little bit off pace. Well, unfortunately, yesterday we got word that his career was being cut short in the World Championship due to his team losing funding. Benoit Paturel has announced that his partnership with Deb Bates' MXGP team has ended due to the team being unable to find the budget for 2024. It read, quote, "The Bates MXGP team and myself is finished. The team can't find a budget to make another season in MXGP. For my future, I really don't know what it's going to be. I will fight again to rebound another time, looking for something new. Thanks, Hans Corvers, for sticking behind me in bad and good times," he posted. So I don't think he directly said he was retiring in any news or press release posts, but I don't remember where I read it. I think it might have been an Instagram story or something. I don't remember quite where I read it, but he did kind of say he didn't want to retire. But if there's no money or not enough money, why run his own team? Why go on a small team? Obviously, don't quote me on that, but he pretty much said, if there's no money, why bother? So, I mean, I understand that, but again, don't quote me on that. It's a very loose quote of what I read in one of his posts. I can't remember where it was. I couldn't find it again. Either way, it sucks to see us lose another rider. I hate seeing mid-pack guys like him who are finding their stride. I mean, he did phenomenal this year. He was about top 10, 15 group all year. He used to be way worse than that, so for him to step it up like that this year was incredible. Finally finding his stride, so it sucks to see him getting forced out of the sport, basically. It's very hard to find money for teams nowadays, especially for the World Championship, where costs are heavy, way heavy, because, I mean, you got to fly to Indonesia now and stuff like that, so it's insane. Hopefully he can come back. I don't think that's a 100% formal retirement announcement, but he pretty much said he's retiring unless he can find something good. Let me know what you guys think about losing another MXGP rider. All right, the final story of the day is one that intrigued me. Joey Savatgy, he's talking about Triumph and going back to the 250 class. It's been a relatively low-key but successful year for Savatgy, leading the 3-round World Supercross Championship into Melbourne and finishing second in the final standings. What's next, however, is an incredibly exciting prospect, stepping back to the 250 class for Outdoors with Triumph in 2024 and looking to ride their 450 in 2025. And in a lot of ways, it's a case of unfinished business for him. He spoke with Alex Gobert on this in a short clip. I'll show it to you here. Let's hear what Joey Savatgy has to say regarding his future with Triumph and on the 250 bike.
Try to do the best I can tonight and look forward to the future and make the most of it. I literally have goosebumps thinking about it. It's just been something that, for me, has frustrated me for a lot of years simply because it wasn't a wrongdoing on anyone's part but my own. And again, that's something that I've had to live with. And I kind of told myself too, like, I don't really ever want to drop back down, just because I want to focus on what's ahead of me and, you know, and race the best guys in the premier class. But this deal came about, and it was one of those things that for me, like, it gives me one more opportunity to write my own ending on the small bike, an ending that I want. And so for me, it's like I said, I can promise you, next year, come outdoor, we're gonna come out swinging, and if we're not where we want to be, it's definitely not going to be from a lack of effort. So I wouldn't say a chip on the shoulder by any means, because again, all of that, how it unfolded was on my hands, and I got to live with it. But this is an opportunity for me to kind of turn the page back and rewrite what I felt like should have been. So yeah, that alone is motivation, and obviously to have the opportunity to do it and have a story for my kids is really a fuel on the fire for me. So I've been hungry before in my career to do well, but I don't think I've ever really been in this mindset as far as wanting to do what I believe I can do so bad that I'm willing to do what it takes to be there.
Listen, you can say what you want about the guy. I've heard people say he's washed up, but he may not be the fastest guy on the bike. The fact that he can run with Ken Roczen, run him into the final motos of the World Championship, come into the final round with a red plate, and battle with him to the end last year as well in World Supercross. That's extremely impressive. So you can say what you want. I think he has good speed, talent, and the athletic ability. He just has to put it all together. I think in 2024, we're going to see a mean Joey Savatgy on that Triumph in Outdoors. He wants revenge. He's clear about how he feels about the 250 class and that he wants to put a proper end to his 250 career. So for him to be back on a factory bike for the first time in a couple of years and a whole new program to experiment with, I think we're going to see a very, very impressive Joey Savatgy next year. Let me know what you guys think about all that. That's all I've got for you today. If you guys enjoy my content, subscribe, like on YouTube. If you're on audio, follow, leave a rating, whatever you got to do on there. Let me know what you guys think about all this. Go support Moto Sups. They support us a lot. And if you want to support me directly, head to the mxnetwork.com. Link in the description for both of those. Go buy some magazines. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.